2020 Mazda CX-5 rear brakes. So the first thing you need to know is there is an electronic e-brake, and you have to deactivate this before you could do these brakes. I'm just doing pads on it, but I got my scanner, and this is the procedure you got to do to deactivate the electronic parking brake. Just to follow these steps 1 through 6. I did it off camera. It works, and then when you do it, your car will tell you that it worked because on your dash there'll be a light that pops up. It's your electronic brake parking light. That one with the P is the maintenance light. That'll stay on even if you turn off the car and turn it back on. So when that just stays on, that means you're good. So take your wheel off. It's either going to be a 21 or a 19 on your lug nuts. And then we're going to take these 14 millimeter caliper bolts out, top and bottom. And then when this electronic parking brake's deactivated, you'll be able to push your caliper straight in, and then we'll be able to replace the pads. Otherwise, it will just stay sticking out, and you won't be able to put your new pads in. So go ahead and get this off. You can start at either the top or the bottom. Sometimes if you start at the top, the caliper will try to move on you when you're doing the bottom one, but it's up to you. So go ahead and get these out, save them, and try not to mess with this connector at all. You don't really need to if you were able to make it work. The deactivation procedure. We'll go ahead and pull this back. Sometimes they could be a little tight. Pull this guy off of here and just gently set him to this over the steering knuckle to keep him out the way, or you could secure him with like a hanger or some kind of bungee cord. So I'm gonna get my pads out. These have these little springs that are on the bottom right there. Each pad has it, so those will be going on the bottom. I'm just doing pads. If you're doing rotors, you'll have to take this caliper bracket off as well, and you might need new hardware if your hardware's messed up. I'm just using these Brake Best Select. Here's my part number. These are from Craig and O'Reilly, and they're just like a basic value line brake pad. So we'll go ahead and get these. It comes with hardware. I got my pads here, and I'm going to go ahead and put these in. My new ones came with the little springs on the bottom attached already, so I don't need to really put them on, which is nice. So you put your spring bottom part in first, and then we'll slide the top in. It could be a little tricky. You might have to do it a couple times. Just be patient and get it in. And then when you have it in, the pad should be able to rest right up next to the rotor, just like that. So we'll go ahead and get the other side in as well. Just go ahead and put this in. All right, and now my inner pad is rested up against the rotor. Now I have my brake caliper piston compressor tool. Now this looks like it would be a spin type because of the way the thing is, and the spin type uses this type of tool. But if you deactivated the electronic parking brake via the computer, then you'll be able to just push this straight in with no problems. It'll just go straight in just like a regular caliper, and you don't need to twist it. All right. Now if you don't have this tool, you could Google other ways to push a piston in. There's many ways. All right, so once that's done, you could pull your pins out right here and put a little bit of lube on them if you want. These should be able to move a little bit, so if you push on these and they're just like stuck solid, then you need to get them out and clean them and lube them up. So mine are good. I already put a little bit of lubricant on them. Now we'll just slide this back over, since this is compressed and ready to go back on. This should just go back over pretty well. You might need to push your caliper pin in a little bit to make it fit over. Once this is on, we'll put our caliper bolts back in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Just get them tight. I'll put torque specs in the description. Now here's the you need to reinitialize. So after you get your brake job done, do this procedure. After you do this procedure, your light should go off. You shouldn't see your light anymore. So good luck. I hope this video helped you out. Thanks for watching.